Hey, what up, everybody? It's the Flopbuster Movie Show live Thursday show. I feel like it's been a long time since we've done it, although we've been doing it. But I don't know. I guess maybe it feels like it's been a long time. Feels like we haven't done it in a while. We got a lot of exciting things to talk about today. Hellraiser, Constantine or Constantine, I guess, depending on who you ask with the comic book lore. Strange Worlds, yeah, it's a ton of stuff today. We got a ton to cover. Remember, 500 subscribers, you get to punch Gabe in the face. You're gonna write in your name, or if there's a famous homeless guy or a favorite homeless guy, excuse me, you could get him to punch Gabe in the face as well. But it's gonna happen. We want it to happen. All right, here's that intro. All right, I had two options with the opening. I was either going to stick with the homeless guy bit, which I feel like could be a reoccurring thing until we eventually get to 500, or I was going to do a Robert De Niro impression. I don't think it's there yet. It's not quite there, so I want to keep working on it, fine tuning it, and maybe next episode after that, I'll do a De Niro impression. Not there yet. Sure. I want to do maybe the fake mole, everything there. How's everybody doing today?
Good. How you guys doing?
Add me to the intro.
Well, I'm sorry?
You need to add me to the intro.
Add you to the intro? Why?
Just as you guys.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I guess we could. Huh. Well, that means I'm going to have to re-edit the intro, but we could totally make that happen. I think we can make that work.
For shizzle.
We get Victoria on there. Gabe, how you doing today?
Good. A little tired.
I'm tired. I think Victoria's tired. I think we're all tired. But we got some movie news to cover. There's not a lot this week. There's some fun stuff, but not too much. Usually we have a jam-packed episode with a ton of topics, but as always, let's break it down to the box office breakdown.
Break it down.
Let's break it down. Victoria, what do we got?
All right. Top Gun is gone again. I'm sure we've all noticed.
Oh, it's gone?
Look at it.
Huh.
Obviously, The Woman King came in first at 19.1 million. Barbarian up from the weekend before by like 2 or 3 million, I believe, at 6.5 million. Pearl 3.1 million. See how they run at 3 million, and then Bullet Train I think might be the new Top Gun because it's still holding on.
Bullet Train is holding on very strong, very strong. Woman King is the big one, big story. I wanted to see it, haven't had a chance to see it. I'm going to try to see it maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a double feature. Double feature. I'm going to try to see The Woman King. And you know what? I mismentioned that Viola Davis directed that. It is not. She did not direct that. It was the director of Love and Basketball. Another great director. I still want to see that. I've heard
Love and Basketball.
It's a great movie, and I've heard nothing but great things about this one. It's got like a crazy audience score, and they were expecting 15 million. They got close to 20, and word of mouth is carrying this movie. Everybody seems to really, really love it. Barbarian, another big story. People love it. They're spreading the word, and they're saying you got to see it. And nobody has been spoiling this movie on the internet. I don't know about you, Gabe, but usually by now I feel like we would have seen a spoiler. Somebody would have let the cat out the bag. Everybody has
I guess it's got to be me.
Jesus Christ, don't do it.
Let's spoil Barbarian. All right, guys. So Barbarian.
What do you think? What is this box office? What are you seeing from here? I feel like we're slowly picking up speed as we approach the fall season and the fall movie season.
Oh yeah, I mean once we enter fall season, this box office is going to jump back up. Love that, Woman King is number one. Like you said, it's one that I need to watch as well. Yes. I don't know if I can do this weekend, but I'm going to try to put it in sometime this upcoming week.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that one. And again, the cast looks great. I've heard fantastic Oscar potential. Barbarian sticking around, and Bullet Train, like Victoria said, it's kind of become like the new Top Gun. It's a movie that's just been staying there, and there's still people that want to see it. My parents haven't seen it yet; they really want to see it. I think it's a fun summer action movie where people, if they need something to see and they're like, I don't know about this or that, Bullet Train is that little bit of a sweet spot there. It could be that fun blockbuster that you want to check out.
Absolutely. Bullet Train. I love how it's making money because remember when it first came out underneath expectations.
It did.
Obviously, at this point, it's made back its money and it's just, keeps on going strong.
Yeah, it's broken even, and at this point, I mean, who knows? We might get that spin-off that we've talked about, a prequel maybe with Lemon and Tangerine. Could be possible. Maybe we'll see Ladybug again. That would be cool. I really like the upswing that Brad is on right now. So, yeah, nothing too crazy, but the Woman King. I mean, props
Right.
to everybody that made that movie. I mean, it's become this big hit and a big word of mouth hit. And I love when movies become a word of mouth hit because that lets you know people are enjoying it and they want others to share that experience. Same with Barbarian. So that was the box office. Victoria, anything standing out to you from there?
Probably Pearl and Barbarian.
We haven't even mentioned Pearl.
I don't be talking about that shit.
Pearl, and I should note, Pearl made $3 million, around the same ballpark as X made $4 million. These movies cost nothing. I did not know this. They cost $1 million each. So A24 is more than happy with what these movies are making. They're not performing crazy, but they are technically they're performing enough and they're breaking even. By the end of its run, it's going to cross 10 million. That's 10 times its budget. I don't know how the hell these movies were made for so cheap, but yeah, I mean, Pearl's in there and see how they run. I'm shocked they made 3 million because I don't know anybody that saw it besides myself. That's it. So that was the box office breakdown. And let's see what else we got, Victoria. What's the first topic of the day?
First full Hellraiser trailer, October 7th. It looks really good.
I think it looks great. I showed Victoria the trailer before the show started. Saw the trailer yesterday. Gabe, I'm gonna pass it to you. What do you think of Hellraiser? We've been waiting for this trailer. We've been waiting for our first look. And what do you think of it now that we have it?
Oh man, I don't. It's female Hellraiser. She could take me. She could drag me to hell. I mean, those pins really do it for me in her head. But
the Cenobites look great in this.
Yeah,
they look really great.
I'm excited. I'm like super hyped up for this film. So I'm excited to see it. I mean, I know we had our episode of the original Hellraiser with Leo a couple weeks ago. Shameless plug on my favorite horror movie. But yeah, I'm super excited for this. Can't wait.
Yeah, I think it looks awesome and it looks really dark. And another thing I love about it is even though it's coming out in streaming, but it's a testament to Hulu and they're willing to look at the Fox catalog and go, what do we have? What can we use? And what can we put on the service? Right. So they take something like Prey, which I think should have been theatrical, and they go, we could do something with Predator. Let's put it on the streaming service. We could give it $30 million and make a great movie. And Hellraiser looks like money was put into it. It definitely looks like it was made for more than $15-20 million. The visuals look out of this world. They look really, really nice. And the cast looks great too. And it looks like it's doing something different. It doesn't look like it's doing a by the numbers retelling of the first movie. And that's all we can ask for. Take the material and make it new again. And that's what they're doing. It's not a remake. It's I guess maybe a reboot. It's just a new story. It's a new story with the Cenobites and the configuration, the box. So, and the box looks great too. I really like it. Oh yeah. God, don't even see half of Gabe's face there.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with my camera. So
it looks like
he talks about Pinhead.
You're like fucking Dr. Evil. You will not know my secret identity. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if I can take you out and
no, hold on. I got you.
Oh, there you go. You're back. But yes, Hellraiser, I think we've been patiently waiting for a trailer, and the trailer has delivered, and I really like how it looks. And there's even some stuff from Hellraiser 2 that we see. I've seen a lot of people point out as well. So,
what do you think of the trailer, Victoria?
They look good. Like I said, I haven't seen the original Hellraiser or any of them, but I like her as
So are you gonna start off with like the new Hellraiser and work your way back to like the original one?
Backwards?
So.
Just like every shitty Hellraiser sequel until you get... So you could watch a really good one, because I assume the new one's going to be good. And then you just watch a bunch of shitty movies, and as your reward, you get like the first 2 or 3.
You know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Just work yourself backwards. Like, what if you worked yourself backwards from like Halloween? You watch like the Blumhouse Halloweens into the Rob Zombies to like the Entertainment all the way back to like the original Halloween.
That would be a strange way to watch it, and I feel like some people would be flat out confused for the first time. Like, wait, is he her brother? Is he not her brother? What is happening right now? But yes, I think Hellraiser looks great. I mean, it's kind of we got the trailer 2 weeks before the movie, so it's right around the corner. literally right around the corner, and I
About to be
think
Halloween Kill or Ends.
about to be Halloween Ends coming out.
We're about to enter all this Halloween spooky season movies. I'm here for it.
I'm excited, and I'm still patiently waiting for. I think I mentioned it on the week before. Gabe and I have been signing up everywhere to get press passes for screeners and screening codes from Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO. I did the Warner Brothers one, and we're just waiting. I don't know how long people are supposed to wait or how long it takes, but at this point,
Somebody
we're waiting.
know. Put in a good word for us.
Somebody put in a good word. I mean, we got to get somebody. We need somebody to put in a good word. We'll get Cody to put in a good word for us. Let's get him to do it. I know he's gonna be like, I gotta stop talking to these guys. But no, we're waiting for that. That would be cool for the holiday season to really get some pre-screeners, and then we could review stuff like everything as soon as it drops. Just get our reviews out,
especially for those romantic comedy Christmas movies Netflix likes to put out, which I love.
There you go. We got those Hocus Pocus, Wendell and Wild, Hellraiser, everything. So we're just waiting back on that, and hopefully it'll be soon. But anyway, let's jump on to the next topic, and it's pretty much trailers today, guys. Everything that we're really covering. Nothing has really been in the news this week. I feel like it's been really slow. So what's the next one?
Midnight Club trailer from, oh my God, Mike Flanagan. I almost forgot his name. My dude.
Mike Flanagan.
King shit.
I know, Mr. Master of Netflix horror.
Mr. Midnight Mass.
Yeah, Midnight Mass and Haunting of Hill House. And I really dug this. I never saw the book. I never read the book. But the trailer was cool. We got a little bit of a teaser. There's a book of this. Reminds me of A Nightmare on Elm Street a little bit of Wes Craven. His films really do remind me of Wes Craven a lot, but this movie especially, in terms of kids and the things that they're discovering, especially Dream Warriors. It reminds me of Dream Warriors watching the trailer. So I don't know much about the Midnight Club, but all I know is it's a book, and now we got this really cool, sweet trailer.
I'll watch anything Mike Flanagan makes.
And there's that. I'm gonna watch anything that Mike Flanagan makes. I'm with Victoria. I think he's earned it. Dr. Sleep was awesome, and I think that's a movie that Ouija 2 was scary, and he makes intense films. Midnight Mass scared the shit out of me. It gave me paranoia. It was disturbing. It was really disturbing. So literally, I'm there.
Tony sent us a picture of the shit that he got scared out of.
Yes, I did. As proof.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I did.
He sent us a picture of his poop.
I did not do this. I agreed with it at first, but I don't think I did this. But no, I think he's earned his keep. I think he's a guy that still is. I think Netflix gives him the keys to whatever he wants to do. But he still, I think the mainstream really hasn't recognized him yet.
So for real quick though, right? Because I do want to, because we're talking about Netflix and horror. Do you remember it's been a couple of years that a lot of people talk shit about Netflix horror selection? And for the most part, I would tend to agree. But now they've been pumping out some really great horror content. With the I was gonna call them Goosebumps, but I know it's Goosebumps for older adults.
Oh, the Fear Street stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the Fear Street stuff, the Mike Flanagan stuff.
Well, it feels like they have a plan, right? Like every year they're announcing, hey, look at this lineup we have of horror-related content. And every year we're going to have a lineup. And they put out a trailer and they go, hey, look at all this stuff we got. And yeah, it feels like there's a plan now. It feels like they have things set and they want to work with real filmmakers like Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I was just saying, Netflix horror is really on the come up. It's been on the come up.
I think it has been. I think they've really kind of, I don't want to say have done, control on all that because they still put out some real shit bombs. But I think they're recognizing, people come to us for horror movies. Let's get some people that are really talented and know how to make horror movies, and let's get them on here. Like Henry Selick doing an animated stop motion thing. We have the Wayne's Brothers family comedy that comes out in a couple weeks. So I'm there for all of it. They need to do Hubie Halloween Part 2. That's what they need. They need to get that on there.
Nobody's asking for that.
Everybody's asking for it. I can tell you something everybody's asking for. What's this, Victoria?
Knock at the Cabin from M. Night Shyamalan. I probably butchered his last name. I don't know.
M. Night. M. Night, one of the greatest, I guess, filmmakers of our generation.
To make hit and misses.
I would say, you know what? Even when he misses, like it's a
He
choice.
It's so
hits.
cool.
It's cool. It's like man, like you really know how to direct. Like you could direct really well, but sometimes your writing is just bad. And I when you think of movies that he's done, like After Earth or
Old.
and old
Avatar.
was Avatar. Man, that
Oh,
that
I was
movie's
thinking
bad.
the blue Avatar.
No, Avatar: The Last
I was like,
Airbender,
what? That's not
where
right.
he just butchers
I got
everybody's name.
so freaking mad.
He ruined
Oh.
everything
Like
about
it-
that
like-
show.
Oh yeah, he
So he
did.
does the visit.
But then he does The Visit. He does Split. Even Glass. I don't
Oh, I like
agree where he
Glass.
took the story in Glass. But he has a vision, and I love his vision. Even in Old, I love the visuals in that, but his dialogue was
Listen,
super
everybody
stiff.
sits on it, but I really do enjoy The Happening. where it's
Dude,
just
I
the
haven't
there's
seen
win.
it in ages.
there's a ton of people now, Gabe, and you might be onto this. There's a ton of people that are kind of reacclaiming it as a cult classic.
It should be. Yes.
Maybe you're on that train. You
I'm
might be on
always
that
on those trains for some reason.
Yeah, you're the first one on. You're one of the first ones on there. So there's a lot of people that have really been talking about, oh, The Happening was better than people say it is. Maybe it is. I haven't seen it in a very long time. I don't even remember much about it.
Rewatch it. It's who Mark Wahlberg and Zoe Deschanel.
I just remember the part where, what's the line where Mark Wahlberg's he's in the old lady's house and she's like, "What are you doing in my house?" "We're not doing anything, ma'am. We're not doing it." Like he in the most Mark Wahlberg way possible. That's the only line I remember out of that movie. I don't remember much, but I think Old is a good example of Shyamalan, where he's got a great idea and his visuals are off the charts, but sometimes the execution can be,
Yeah.
a little lackluster. But then he does great things like, The Visit. And I think this looks more along the lines of Split and The Visit. Again, another movie based on a novel. I have not read the novel. I heard it's a great book. Dave Bautista looks really cool in this.
Batista, I like
Jonathan
Dave
Groff
Bautista.
is in it from Mindhunters. So
Ron
yeah.
Weasley.
Ron Weasley, yeah. So I think the cast looks very cool. The visuals look very bleak. I know it takes place during the apocalypse as well. So it's an interesting idea. It's one wrapped in mystery because I don't know anything about it still after the trailers.
Right. We
I'm
didn't even
intrigued.
know until like midnight. They're like, oh, a new M. Night trailer is going to drop at midnight. I'm like, what
Right,
the
they
hell?
did a countdown. It was like a visual, like a live video feed.
Oh, you stayed up
of-
for it?
Well,
Of the
artists do
cabin.
that. Music videos do that sometimes.
Right, but it was weird. It was like a security camera on the front door of the cabin. So it was pretty cool, and it was like a live feed up until the trailer dropped. So that's cool. I like when filmmakers do that. I know you say musicians do that as well. Chris Nolan kind of did that when he dropped the trailer for Oppenheimer. So they had the little countdown that constantly changes
Yes.
depending on when you watch the trailer. So I think it's cool, and I think the cast in this looks great. I really do. I always take a chance with M. Night. I think we all do, because even when he fucking like burns us, you're just like, you can't ignore him.
Do
Can't.
you get burned though? You're watching an M. Night movie. I don't know. He has a
It's an
soft.
experience.
I have a soft spot. It's an experience like Devil. The whole entire movie is in an elevator. I'm like,
Oh
okay.
my god, I forgot about that one. I like that
There's
one.
a lot of people that like that. I know he wrote and produced that, but there's a lot of people that did.
I just
that
rewatched
movie.
that when we were still in Illinois.
I don't think I've seen that one, but I know people that really do enjoy it. But
That's what we should watch.
he's a guy that has made Unbreakable and The Sixth Sense, and those are great films.
Signs.
I'm gonna be there. And Signs, dude, I love Signs. I know people shit on the ending. I don't think it's that bad of an ending. I think everything it has to say about trauma and grief, he really understood in that movie. He got the assignment. Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix were great. So I'm gonna give him a chance because I like M. Night Shyamalan, and good or bad, each movie you walk out of, you're talking about it. You never really forget it.
No.
It's either gonna be like, oh man, oof, or it's gonna be, wow, that was fucking awesome. So he's earned his keep in my eyes. He's gonna be one of those guys we always talk about for years to come. Even if he completely destroyed Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I don't think anybody's gonna forgive him for that one. But let's move away from horror for a second, because pretty much this whole episode is horror. And Victoria, what are we looking at?
The Strange World trailer from Disney.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a teaser months ago that went up. Gabe, did you see the trailer to this one? And what do you think so far?
I believe I did. but I have really no thoughts about it.
Then
Only
I'll
'cause-
give my I'll give my
just
thoughts.
give your thoughts, because I think to me the trailer was very forgettable, which would probably means it's going to be a forgettable movie for me. So
So I'm the complete opposite because I haven't been the biggest Disney guy, and sometimes I've skipped some of their movies, which everybody's called me out on. And they're like, for somebody that watches everything, I've somehow missed some Disney modern classics that have come out, and given me shit about it. Um, but I'm like kind of intrigued about this. I think it harkens back to films that we talked about on the channel, like Atlantis and Treasure Planet. And
mhm.
I know Disney is trying to get back into doing stories that are just different, just like it's something that they kind of failed with those movies. They're doing 2D animation again, which is cool. We have some 2D animation projects, and they're doing this grand adventure with this movie. And I like the cast with Jake Gyllenhaal and Dennis Quaid. So, uh, yeah, I think it looks solid. I'm intrigued to check it out, but I think it's definitely the vibe that it's going for of those movies that I think are incredibly underappreciated. That makes me intrigued to check this one. So. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. It comes out in November, so Disney always capitalizes on that Thanksgiving time slot, and they always come out on top.
Because everyone's off.
Everybody's off, and what's the perfect movie to see
Family.
with a family? It's either Pixar or like a fucking Rocky movie. Creed was coming out every Thanksgiving, right? The first two Creeds were every Thanksgiving. Disney always puts out a Pixar movie every Thanksgiving. So, in other words, the movies are back.
Or if you're Canadian like me, it's just November.
It's just November, but now you're here, so now we could.
But you got Boxing
Need
Day or
time.
something like that
In December,
in December.
the day after Christmas, December 26th.
And Canadian Thanksgiving in October.
Yep, it's in October, so that's coming up here in the next few weeks, actually.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
that's your Canadian Thanksgiving?
you did not know this, Gabe?
I did not know this.
It's like the first or the second Sunday in October, I think.
Yes.
Is it like the Americanized way, or you guys do something different?
No, it's pretty much the same. Just a
Okay.
different date.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I haven't even talked to the chat yet. Let's see who we got here. Oh, Cody, how's it going, man? I haven't seen Cody in a while. Cody Snyder. Mario. I miss Mario. I worked with Mario. And now we have Good Real. What's up, Brett? Just got
I'm
out of Don't
jealous.
Worry, Darling.
Let's just go see it tonight.
I know. We're
Wrap it.
gonna check it out tonight or tomorrow. I'm definitely interested. See what Olivia Wilde cooked up.
Finally.
But yeah, I think Strange Worlds looks solid. So I'm interested. I'm definitely interested in it. And let's move on to something that I know Gabe is excited about. This is a movie that this news broke over the weekend, and everybody has been talking about it.
Woo!
I didn't realize the picture was up. Keanu Reeves and Constantine sequel from Warner
That's-
Brothers. I don't know if this is an old or new photo. I've never heard this movie in my life.
Okay, so this is a
So-
photo from the movie from the
I'm gonna
2005
humble
film.
everyone.
No
so
way.
Constantine is
Wait.
Constantine is a book that came out in the 80s, and he's traditionally this blonde hair, blue-eyed, cockneyed British man who hunts the undead. The 2005 Keanu movie is just Keanu hunting the undead, but it's kind of found its own cult following and people that have really championed it, even though it goes against
Cover me.
most of the things in the comic book visually. I mean, structurally, it follows some of the stories. But visually, Keanu looks nothing and sounds nothing like a British man. But it's
thing.
found its own audience and people have loved it. And now I know Keanu for a few years now has said he would love to make a sequel. He's like, if there's one movie I want to make a sequel to, it is Constantine.
This
I
movie
wanna-
deserved a sequel from the beginning.
People have been begging for a sequel. I know a ton of people have. And news broke over the weekend that Warner Brothers has given the development, like go ahead and start developing something, and we'll see if we can make this into a movie. It hasn't gotten the full green light yet, but in development is a great sign for a movie that broke even but never got a sequel and never turned into a franchise. And I think the way Keanu is now, you could get a Constantine in that universe that's more sorry, my voice is
Not
cracking
okay.
down. I'm not okay. World weary and just like more experienced. And I think the Keanu with the beard and with the jacket, it'll look sick, man. I do, and even if they bring back the actor Peter Stormare who played Lucifer in the first movie too, I would love that. I'm down for this, Gabe. I know you're excited, so I'll just throw it to you. But I'm excited for it.
Listen,
Wait, hold
this
on.
is
This movie's not even confirmed. Really?
It's in development.
Oh, okay.
This is a movie that I watched in theaters. I owned the VHS. Probably the last VHS movie I ever bought was Constantine. I owned the DVD, and now I own the Blu-ray. And like a month or two, when the 4K comes out, I'm gonna own it in 4K.
Is it in 4K coming?
4K is coming.
Oh
and
shit! I
within
didn't
like
know
the
that.
next month or 2 months.
Very nice.
I've always championed. I've championed this movie for the longest time. I love it. I love the way Keanu does it. I love the creepiness. I loved his chemistry that he had with Rachel Weisz. Tilda Swinton as Gabriel, the archangel.
Forgot about that.
As the one of the archangels. I mean, this movie just was phenomenal. It had the creepiness, and Gavin Rossdale of Bush. And look at me, like I'm actually naming names of like characters.
It's a fun action horror movie. I
think he was in a movie. No, he wasn't. I just lied. He did a song for a movie called Nights in Rodan.
Okay.
I remember watching with my mom and grandma in like 2008.
And not to mention the soundtrack of Perfect Circles. Passive is like the major song. Like, oh, dude, like this movie just had it all. And we're forgetting Shia LaBeouf was also
Shia LaBeouf was in this. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf is in it. Young Shia LaBeouf.
A young Shia, like Even Stevens pre-holds Shia
Even
LaBeouf.
Stevens with the big fucking fro.
With the big fro still, like before, like before
screaming all the time. Yep. What I like about this story is that it's everybody who's coming back is passionate. And they're like, yes, we really want to make this. Please let us make this. Fine. If they're passionate and they want to fucking do it and they're asking for the money, give them the money. Let them go ahead and make the movie. I think some of the fans are going to be mad because they want a traditional Constantine.
I don't want a traditional Constantine. You want a traditional Constantine? Watch the TV show.
That got canceled after one season. Again, I'm not somebody that read a lot of Constantine. Whenever I read him, he popped up in other comic books. And I do like Justice League Dark. And I think people are hoping for something like that. I think you can still do that with Keanu's Justice League or Keanu's Constantine and do a Justice League Dark with Zatanna and Swamp Thing. And you could have all of that. I think now we just got Keanu in the mix. That's really it. It's kind of a plus if you ask me. Why in the world did we allow the internet to say Keanu was bad? Now he's got this big comeback and we love him again. We should have never turned our back on Keanu Reeves.
We turn our back on a lot of people that are actually good people.
Nicolas Cage, Channing Tatum,
freaking Brendan Fraser.
And then we go, remember, those people are actually awesome.
You know who else is another one? Terry Crews. Where have you seen about Terry Crews in a while? He's been
in the new Walking Dead series.
He is going to be in the new Walking Dead series. That's right.
But he also came out. He also came out and was like, "Hey, some dude touched me," and all of a sudden he was blacklisted.
Well, that's why you can do Expendables. The producers of Expendables asked him to take back what he said, and they said you could be in the movie. And he said, "Well, why would I do that?" And they're like, "Well, you pissed off the agent who you said that about, and we work with that agent." It's crazy. It's all stupid. Yeah. It's all politics because that everybody knows everybody in that town. But Terry Crews is hilarious. I'm excited about this Constantine news. I think it's great. I know you're excited. I really want to revisit the movie.
I'm going to send Victoria the Blu-ray copy. That's going to be in the mail. That's going to be in the mail on Saturday.
Send us the 4K. All right, send us the 4K. 4K, goddamn it, 4K or bust.
It's a Canadian
Demand the 4K from this man. I think this is cool. I think it's cool news. It's shocking news, and I've seen mostly positive things. I know some people again were like, "Man, it's cool, but it's a bummer that we're not getting the Constantine show that was going to come out on HBO Max with a traditional Constantine." But hey, you get a movie in the process, and I think the first one's a pretty damn good movie.
Back, so yeah, that's
Keanu, and he's got to say the line like in John Wick. Yeah, I'm back. Got to say that. All right, what do we got?
The Strangers Remake. Do we need it? Are we excited? I'm gonna start and say.
Oh, it's 3 movies too.
So. Okay, I'm gonna sound like someone who's like they make original horror anymore, yada yada. But this series is so young. It's like just 10 years old, the original. 2008.
Yeah, like 12.
I don't get it.
Like 12 years old,
I mean,
right?
Good for these actors, I guess. But
I don't know. I think the first one was cool, and I thought it was scary, and I thought it was intense, realistic, and grounded. And I really like that first film. The second film, I think, is fun schlock. Like, it's nothing more than that. I don't like the theater I saw that with. I shit you not. I saw it 2 weeks early at a press screening, and everybody was fucking like. I saw it with the perfect audience in the city, and there's so many people screaming at the screen. because of the dumb decisions they make in that movie. But I had fun with
I
it.
still like it. I think it's fun.
It's schlocky, but there's some fun stuff in there. It's a fun slasher. I don't know where else you can go with this, and it's from Screen Media and Lionsgate, who haven't had the best track record of making anything that's noteworthy recently. And I'm assuming this is going to be VOD, maybe Fandango release, like Jeepers Creepers Reborn. That's the only time I ever see these kind of movies shooting in other countries. So I don't have any other opinion on it. I guess I'll take a wait and see approach. But Rennie Harlin's directing it, and he's had a couple of great movies and a couple of fucking terrible movies. So
Yeah.
I really don't have a stance on it. What do you think, Gabe?
I'm there with you. I don't really have a stance on it. I thought the first one was good. The second one was decent. I think I like the second one more because Christina Hendricks was in there.
Yeah.
She's a very talented actress. No, she is real madman.
She's great, madman.
But like Vic said, it's a young franchise. You've only done what, 2 of them? Like, do you really need to reboot after the second one? Was like the second one that bad that you need to reboot?
Yeah, no, it's true.
Plus, I always get this confused with the No Vacancy one with
No Vacancy.
that one's
Yeah,
scary.
Vacancy. Yeah,
Kate
with
Beckinsale and
Luke Wilson.
Wilson.
I like that movie. I like that movie a lot. I thought it was scary. That was pretty intense. I don't know where else you can go with this. I just think we'll have to wait and see. But 3 movies is the question mark. Why the fuck are you doing 3 movies? But I think these movies are so cheap that you could get away with it. It takes place at an Airbnb, which I feel like has become a running thing lately with like the rental and
Barbarian.
And I think I'm missing another one. There's another movie coming out that also takes place at an Airbnb.
That's making a lot of noise. Don't tap
Yeah.
that. Yep.
It's
going boom,
boom. I don't know. I do not know what else I don't know what else is taking place at Airbnb. I feel like it's something that's been around recently in a lot of movies.
No, it has been.
But yeah, I guess I'll wait and see. I'm guessing they're shooting it for fucking cheap, and that's it. They're getting some kind of tax credit from whatever country they're shooting that in. So that's The Strangers. 3 new movies coming at you. So
Strangers.
Let me know what you guys think. Anybody that are fans of these movies, are you excited? Are you happy that you're getting 3 new movies?
Tony,
Let us know.
Is this what you wanted?
Is this what you wanted? Do you want more strangers? Like, do you want strangers in your life?
Yeah.
I've done a
Let us
stranger
know.
before.
Jesus. All right. I want to talk about a couple of things because we're kind of wrapping things up a little early because of, again, there's not much news in the week of movies going on. So,
I sent you one, but I don't think it's there.
what is it?
Magic Mike.
Oh shit. Oh, we forgot about that one.
How can you
made the
forget
graphic.
about it? I'm so freaking excited
Magic.
for it.
Oh, well, I guess I'll
It was
just.
just Channing Tatum.
Oh,
the
damn
picture.
it! I guess I
I
didn't get
want
it.
a picture of Channing Tatum up on the screen.
Important piece of news that we obviously forgot. Magic Mike 3, Magic Mike's Last Dance, was originally set for February 10th, 2023 for an HBO Max release, has now been pushed to a theatrical release. So those of you that are a fan of Magic Mike XXL, and know how good those movies are, you will now be able to see the 3rd movie in theaters for Magic Mike's Last Dance. Jesus, stop that. But I like these movies, and I think Channing Tatum, when it comes to these, he really does have something to say because he was heavily involved in the writing and the creating of both stories. They're really funny.
He was an exotic dancer.
He was an exotic dancer. And Steven Soderbergh also works on these movies. One of the best directors working today with films like the Ocean's movies and Unsane. So I'm there. I'm there for this. I think it was a running joke to like these movies, but they were always genuinely well made. So it's cool that it's getting a theatrical release. I think it'll make money. The first 2 made a ton of money. So why not? Why not put it in theaters? Take that gamble.
I wonder if they're going to bring back Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash was already old, though, when he made the first 2.
Bring back Matthew McConaughey. I know he sold. Didn't he sell the club, right? He sold off the club by the second. That's why he wasn't in this, or the character was in the second movie.
Right.
Bring him back. And bring back Joe Manganiello. He was a highlight of the second film.
Joe Manganiello needs to come back. Joe Manganiello needs to come back.
He was great in the second one. But honestly,
Fluffy was in there. Gabriel Iglesias was in there. Bring back Fluffy.
We'll marathon both movies before the third one. We'll
Should
talk
we
about
do?
these.
Should we do like a freaking a Discord watch where we just watch both Magic Mikes back to back with like
Let's do
everybody?
it. The bros watching Magic Mike. It'll bring us closer together. Those movies are about friendship and brotherhood, so why not?
Well, yeah,
It's not gay. They're all straight in the movie, so
and
like
booty
don't
shorts.
get all weird about it, all right? Because they're genuinely great.
Relax.
Super late, but hey guys, hey, not that bad. How's it going, man?
What's up? You
Gabe
missed me
was
twerking.
Gabe was on the Not That Bad podcast
I
today.
was.
You see the new episode? It's posted.
New episode out today. Battle Los Angeles. Great.
Battle
movie.
Los Angeles. Yeah, that's out today. So make sure you all check that out on your commute to work, or if you're lonely tonight and you got nobody to talk to. And Victoria will be on there next week.
Filming it anyways.
And then that'll probably drop 2 weeks from
Yeah.
today. So that's every 2 weeks, and you'll be able to check that one out. So yes, if you're lonely, you got a commute, nothing to do, you have no significant other, not that bad. Perfect 2 hours. Listen to it. You'll be in better spirits, and you'll feel like you actually have friends. And that's what you need. You need a friend in these times. All right.
You
So
have
this is
a
when I wanted.
friend in me.
I wanted to talk about this real quick, Gabe. As we approach, Oscar season, I guess we call it. Are there any movies that stand out to you that you think are front runners for Best Picture, or even ones that you think are coming out that are going to be in that competition?
For Best
Let me know.
Picture?
Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress. Right now, where do you stand?
Best Actress, based on Pearl, is Mia Goth.
Okay.
That's my.
It would be
that's my
interesting
pick.
if she gets nominated. I wouldn't hate it. I'd love it.
I think Best Picture. I have no clue what I
have
could
one.
go for Best Picture.
Where are you going
I
with
feel like Everything Everywhere All at Once will probably take it, or at least be nominated.
It's a favorite. It's a weird one, but a lot of people in the industry
But
love
like,
that movie.
highly praised.
It's highly praised
That's what I
by
think.
fellow actors, and the people that vote for the Oscars are fellow actors. So that's a movie that could
They gonna
be.
eat that shit up.
They eat it up, and it's a movie that, even though it came out in March, is still in the race. It's still in the competition.
Is it?
And 100%, man. Every interview I've seen with people, I'm like, oh, they're Oscar voters. They love this movie. And I always get worried about March movies because I think of like some of my favorites that come out in March, like Zodiac. Zodiac
Mhm.
was like absent from the Oscar race back in 2007. Like,
What do you think about the Batman?
No,
Will he make it?
no, and I'm fine with that. If they do, it'll be like how they did with Logan. Give a little tip of the hat with like a writing credit or cinematography. And hey, if Batman gets a cinematography nomination, I'd love that. I
Right.
think that would be great. But I'm not expecting anything other than that. I think Austin Butler right now might be one of the 3 top runners for actor. I think he's had
think
that in the
Tom
bag.
Cruise.
Do you think they're going to give him that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to give him the nomination. I
I
think
think they will.
Top Gun will be up for Movie of the Year.
say what you will, but he's loved by his colleagues. Like Tom Cruise is loved by his colleagues.
Right.
He's an
But
intense guy, but he's easy to
but
work with.
here's the one thing, right? What is out of Tom Cruise? And I know he doesn't really make any more Oscar bait movies like he's done with that part of his career.
Right. He doesn't want to do that. Yeah.
Right. But what is the one thing that's missing out of Tom Cruise's career?
That
Oscar
statue,
win.
man. It's that
He
statue.
never won an
And-
Oscar?
Well, he's been nominated.
He's
and
been nominated.
He's been trying to get it. There's like Magnolia or Rain Man where he's like, I'm gonna get it. And he doesn't get it.
He thought he was going to get it with Eyes Wide Shut, and you know how that one turned
Mhm.
out.
He's worked
tried.
with some of the best directors, and he's tried. But how romantic would it be to finally get it with this movie?
with
With
this
a movie that kind of like made him the superstar that he is.
right?
I
Top
think-
Gun will probably be up for Film of the Year.
I would love it's for Best Picture. I think you can't ignore
Best
Top Gun
Picture.
being Best Picture
You can.
because audiences have already declared it a classic. I will sit here and say it is a classic. It is a modern classic. I can't think of another movie that universally has been upheld as like, yeah, like we love this movie. It has just brought audiences together, and that's what movies do. The best movies bring you together, and I think that Top Gun is especially one of those.
Right.
So if Tom gets it, if they do best cinematography, best stunts, not best stunts, best effects work, I would love that stuff. And I know they're also making changes to the show this year because of how badly last year's show was with the slap, and also
Oh my god, that was already almost a year ago.
But a lot of the people, a lot of the crew that get nominated, they did like the off-camera reading stuff. I forgot what it was, where you find out about them online, and I think everybody hated that. It ruins the
Oh,
suspense.
not everyone gets to be on the live show.
Right. They changed it where not all nominees get to be in the live show. And now they're bringing it back. They're saying we're not going to do that again. It's going to be a traditional classic Oscar show
4
with
hour
the
show.
host. 4-hour show. But hey, if you like these, like, you're going to get all of it. You're
I'm
going
gonna
to get the
take that
musical
night
numbers.
off.
Like, when I watch the Oscars every year, I like watching the whole thing. I like seeing the little guys and the people that do the effects and do the music and do the shorts and the foreign films. I like when they get their
Makeup,
stuff.
I
And
like
the
too.
makeup, like, it's all part of it. And then you get the big stuff at the end. It's the way it's always been.
Always has been 4 hours long.
I'm gonna take that
4
night
hours
off.
long.
I've never done that before. Let's do it.
So I think Michelle Yeoh, even if Everything Everywhere All at Once does not get the Best Picture
She'll
nomination,
get Best Actress.
Michelle Yeoh will get the Best Actress nomination. I don't know if she's got it in the bag. I'm hearing a lot of talk about Michelle Williams right now for The Fabelmans. Like,
Yeah,
a lot of
Best
movies
Oscar bait.
right now. The Oscar bait stuff is coming. This is about Spielberg's mother. I've heard she's knocked it out of the park, and they removed her from the Best Supporting Actress race, which they initially put her in, and now they're moving her to the Best Actress race, and she will be up against Michelle Yeoh. And I think they're trying to push Anne Hathaway for Armageddon time. So there's a couple of movies coming out still that are going to
I'm
be
gonna
in
push
there.
for me, I guess.
I don't think she's going to be in it.
It'd be
As much as
cool.
I would love that, I think it's something that the Oscars, just as much as they recognize horror on social media, in terms of the actual live show, it doesn't happen. It would have happened with Toni Collette. It's rare. It happens with Silence of the Lambs and The Exorcist, but I can't think of the past 10 years where a big horror movie has made a splash at the Oscars. I think Pearl can, certainly for acting, but I don't think it will. I think it would be wishful thinking on everybody's part.
Probably.
It would be awesome. Right now, I would have her up there for sure.
Right.
But yeah, I think those are like my only ones that I think right now I would put up in the race would be Everything Everywhere. I think is
What do you think the
no-brainer.
chances of Beavis and Butthead do the universe are?
Big, really big.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Best
I don't-
animation.
I always forget that one came out, but it was great. It was a great movie. It was really funny. But I think that Avatar will be up there. I don't think.
Avatar's gonna be up
Can
there
it be
for
nominated
sure.
that late?
Yeah, the cutoff is the end of December. So what would happen is even if your movie comes out in January, as long as you put it select theaters
In December.
in December, there's a specific rollout you need. You will qualify, and you can
You
submit.
think you think Nope is gonna get any love? Because you know how the Academy loves
They do love Jordan. They do
but,
love Jordan Peele.
But in the name of diversity, it's just Jordan Peele.
Probably, maybe something.
Maybe visual effects or something.
Because you
Something
could
like
get you could get like Kiki Palmer, maybe
Supporting
David
actress.
Kubuya. Sorry, I butchered his name.
Daniel Kaluuya. Yeah.
Kaluuya, whatever. Kaluuya.
I don't know. I feel like that's a movie that I think for the most part people loved, but I don't think it left, as much as I love it, much of an impact in terms of the Oscar talks. I don't know if we're going to see that. I 100% think The Fabelmans, from everything I've heard, is going to take a ton of awards. It sounds like that's the movie everybody's gunning for. It's going to win everything. I
Right.
would love if Ke Huy Quan from Everything Everywhere All at Once got nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I thought he was great as the husband. I thought he was the heart of the movie. I can't think of anybody else in the Best Supporting Actor race right now that I would put in there. But I think he would be a
Miles
great
Teller.
choice. Miles Teller, maybe. I don't know about Top Gun's chances. I think Best Picture, just to be like, here you go, we know you want it type
I mean,
thing.
we're also missing a pretty big one. The Northman. You know,
I would love that for cinematography. I think The Northman being in there would be great, but
Alex
another-
Skarsgård.
that's another movie that's in my top 5. It's in my top 5, and I would love to see it get its flowers. And we haven't talked about this. The Northman bombed when it came out. And there's an article that came out a couple days ago. I don't know if you guys read this. Maybe I sent it to you, Gabe.
You didn't send me
Northman
anything.
has now been seen as profitable. Somehow in VOD sales and on Peacock, the movie made a ton of money and broke even. So they made money off the Northman. It was not a flop like initially it was in theaters. Never heard of that happening before. It's like not since like VHS days has that happened. So I think
Because
it's
we
awesome.
we sung its praises from the get go, from the very beginning. We're
We
like
did.
how great the Northman is, and
It's great.
we started the Northman trend.
We did. We
My
should be
God.
taking credit. We should be getting its Oscars.
My dad just texted me and said, "Will Halloween Ends get nominated?" As a
Halloween
joke.
Ends. Maybe for a fucking Golden Razzie, I guess. We'll see if it's
Best
good
Picture.
or bad. Yeah, I would say there's a couple of clear-cut movies. And again, The Fabelmans, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I don't know. I thought Don't Worry, Darling, I had on my bingo card because of Olivia Wilde
So
and
did
Brett said it
I.
on
was
the
good.
come up she was, right?
Florence
Brett did say
Pugh.
he liked it, and I've heard a ton of other people say they enjoyed it. Listen, man, I go into every movie, and I know Gabe is the same. I'm such a positive guy, and I love movies so much. I never want to go into positive about movies. I never want to go into a movie unless it's Morbius. I fucking hate Morbius. I usually go into a movie and I want to like it, and sometimes
Lies. You went into Morbius, hating Morbius from the
Dude.
beginning.
Let's not. I said the first few minutes were pretty good. About 55 minutes into the movie, I had to walk out for 5 minutes because the movie was a shit box. All right, it's the only movie I need to pass on it. Fucking Morbius and that Texas Chainsaw movie. I know some people like it, but I thought that movie was bad. I thought it was fucking terrible. So I'm allowed for somebody that people claim likes everything. I'm allowed those two this year. But I want to like every movie, and I want to like this movie because I saw the trailers and I thought the trailers were great. And I think Olivia Wilde is a talented director, no matter what the controversy is, because we don't know what happens. We just know what the internet tells us, and it's fun to talk about it because it's the internet, right? We love drama, but when I go into a movie, I go in there and I want to take the movie for what it is. If there's some things I like about it, I think there's gonna be, and we'll see if there's something I don't like. But at the very least, if it delivers a really good erotic thriller, psychological thriller like the trailers seem to indicate, I think I'll like it. So, but definitely, I guess no Oscar race for it like we thought it would get, because I know we talked about that a while ago. Like, oh yeah, the movie looks like it's gonna be
Oscar
up for
bait.
some like.
What about the Black Phone?
Probably not. I maybe. Yeah, I don't see that one really
Horror's
making
been
some
so
noise.
big this year. I feel like there's like no way something's not gonna get nominated.
It's always been that
I
way.
know.
I think that there's a certain game to be played with the Oscars where you know who the voters are. It's usually people
And
in the
you
industry.
need that money. You need that money.
With the Oscars, it's a little political.
You need to pay. You need to pay
I
for
think
play.
so.
Yeah.
I think you gotta pay your dues in terms of I don't know.
No.
Like you look at somebody like Meryl Streep who's nominated no matter what she fucking
But the studios supposedly pay voters, send them little gifts, send them cash, send them.
They definitely send them gifts and perks
and stuff like that
for sure.
To like vote for their movie, vote for their actor or actress.
For your consideration gifts.
For your consideration.
For your consideration.
Here's a $1.2 million house. For your consideration.
For your consideration. Here's a dildo from the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, because they have the fight with the dildos.
I would rather have those freaking hot dog hands fingers.
With the hot dog hands. Right. Or the butt plug fight. Like
I want the fanny pack.
saying these things out of context sounds gross. Or maybe edible chapstick. I don't know.
Fanny pack.
Fanny pack? What edible chapstick?
Wait, chapstick's not edible?
It is not. It is not. You better get yourself checked, man. But I think Austin Butler is a guy that I say what you will about the real life Elvis, but I thought his performance was insane. His performance was insane. And Gabe, you haven't seen the movie, so you can't even fucking comment on it. So I'm not gonna pass it to you. But Victoria, what do you think his chances are? Do you think he's a lock?
Well, I think you need to take me to see or show me it again when I'm not off.
Oh yeah, she wants to watch it again.
10 in the evening.
Yeah, we watched it right after she got off.
But it was still good.
Yeah, I thought he was great. I thought that
I liked it.
the second half of the movie, he was spectacular.
At first, I was like, "This isn't that good." But then,
It's mainly Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is doing something very over the top, and I'm like, "What the fuck is he doing in this movie?"
I don't know, man.
You don't have an opinion. You haven't seen the movie, so I can't pass it to you, Gabe. I'm sorry.
You're silencing
No,
him.
it's okay.
I'm silencing him. I have to silence him because listen. This guy does this. All right. For example, we have this guy chat, and I say, I said, man, Wendy's, they brought back the pretzel bacon pub burger, and I said it's the best burger they have on the menu. And Gabe immediately, I'm not a fan of pretzel buns. I were to take that and change it, he would have taken one aspect of something I posted and said, I don't like that. He's a contrarian. He wants to be a contrarian.
I don't want to be a contrarian.
Gabe, what is your problem with pretzel buns?
I don't like pretzels. And pretzel buns are overdone. They're overrated. Pretzel buns have
They
been
were overdone
around
for a long
for like
time.
4 years. Like everybody's like everything has on a freaking pretzel bun. Like stop
Let's ask-
giving me the pretzel buns.
Listen, somebody that watches this episode, whether later on or in the chat now, what are your thoughts on pretzel buns? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they overrated? Are they overrated? Do you feel as strongly as Gabe does about hating pretzel buns?
It has
Let us
such a
know.
strong flavor. It takes away from the burger. The pretzel does.
I disagree. I don't think they're the best. Brioche is 100% the best.
Well, I agree. I agree. Brioche is the best one.
You come to a middle ground. We got to settle this.
Potato buns too.
Are pretzel buns good?
No.
Let us know.
Yeah.
I guess we should get on to the new releases real quick. We can start wrapping things up.
That's not it.
That's not it. You're right. All right. What are we looking at, Victoria?
Harry Styles and an Avatar.
Harry Styles and
Don't
the
Worry,
Avatar.
Darling, which is out now. And then Avatar, which I guess is also out now, probably almost, right? September 23rd is what, tomorrow?
Tomorrow. It's out. Avatar's out.
So the re-release.
For those that don't know, the Avatar re-release, I told Gabe this off camera. I didn't know this. From people that have seen it, have said it's a whole new cut of the movie with extended sequences, new scenes,
Nar.
and also Victoria just
I didn't
logged
mean to.
herself
I meant
out.
to check. I meant to click the chat.
But also a post-credit scene leading into Avatar 2, which is awesome. I think it's cool. And also HDR and new technology they've created for Avatar 2, they've implemented into the first Avatar now. So I really want to see the re-release. I hope I'm able to see it sometime this weekend. And Don't Worry, Darling, for sure I'm going to see today or tomorrow.
I've already mapped out my schedule. I think I'm going to go see the re-release on tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to go see it?
Yeah, and then
Perfect.
I'm going to go see Don't Worry, Darling, maybe Sunday evening.
We got a pretzel bun. We got 2 pretzel bun. All right. Thanks for coming on the show. Gabe, we want you back on, but pretzel buns rule. Cody, I enjoy pretzel buns. Look, you got somebody within the pretzel bun controversy. Ew, I'm going to have to say no on the pretzel buns. Glad y'all are on late. Thanks for joining us, man.
Andrew, thanks for joining us. We're always on late. We're on at like 9 Central, 7.
Really for us,
7 Western,
Mountain,
I guess 10 Eastern.
10 Eastern.
Yeah. So I guess we are on.
We're night hours.
I didn't think of it. Like, we always start at 7. I always assume it's early.
a lot of people watch late though.
We've always done the show late. Like, even when I was in Chicago, we started at 9 o'clock all the time. We
Only
always
because
did
of my
it
work. Only because of my work schedule. I work. I do flooring, so I don't know what time I'm going to come home.
Yeah.
Like yesterday was a close call, or Tuesdays for the episode with Destiny was close.
Great episode, which if you haven't seen, go back and watch it. My favorite horror movie with Destiny. Awesome. Victoria was on it.
Speaking of my favorite horror movie.
Oh, I guess we should talk about my favorite horror movie.
We got a segue.
Great segue. She's keeping us on track. I mean, it's been a little off the rails today, right? We got to fill in the time slot. We got to make that 1 hour mark, and we haven't been with the topics because nothing's been happening in the world of movies. Nothing noteworthy. But if you've been keeping up with us, you'd know that we're doing a little show called My Favorite Horror Movie, where we ask our guests the simple question, what's your favorite horror movie? And so far, it's been, I think, outstanding. It's such a joy. And we've had incredible people on. We had Leo Perez on, what the fuck did we have him on? September. We had him September 6th.
That's the old picture.
Old picture. September 6th, we had Leo on for My Favorite Horror Movie. And then we had Cody on September 13th, and it was awesome. And we had Destiny on this last Tuesday, which was great. I thought it was such a good episode. Funny. Jennifer's Body. Check that one out. And next week, we have Not That Bad. And we're talking about Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Both of them have come together and jointly picked. Gabe and Connor have picked Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And that's the point of the show. We want to hear different perspectives and why they love a movie. And every movie has its fans. And I think this is such a great pick because I think Rob's fans are very vocal about what they love about him, whether it's Devil's Rejects or Halloween 2 or House of a Thousand Corpses. And it's an out-of-the-box choice. And so far, we've had a great mixture of classics like The Thing and Hellraiser and out-of-the-box choices like Jennifer's Body and this one. So it's a joy and it's an honor to have these guys on. Me and Gabe and Victoria have done stuff on their show, and Victoria's going to do something on their show next week. So we're excited to bring them on. And remember, that's every Tuesday. And times and stuff, usually it's around 6, but it might
Ignore
be...
the October 10th.
Yeah, ignore
This is
that.
somehow the wrong picture.
I guess ignore October 10th. We're still trying to fill in that slot. I've been thinking about some people. I guess we'll see what happens. But again, we have Good Reel coming up, Bloodbath and Beyond. I'm excited to get them on the channel. First time on the channel, but longtime supporters. And then we have Chad on the 17th. And Chad is doing My Special Boy. So that's going to be great having him on. And that's my favorite horror movie. We're doing that.
Real
Gabe, I
quick.
love it.
Yeah, so do I. I love it. I love the series. I want to continue going it after Halloween. We'll just switch it on to a different season. We could have my favorite Valentine movie, my favorite Flag Day movie, my favorite summer movie, whatever the case may be. Just keep on going with it.
I think we can, and
I
I think
definitely do a Christmas series. I think.
I think the Christmas series is coming up next. All three of us have talked about it. We want to do it, and we want to bring back some of the people that have come on, as well as new people. And that's something that I really want to figure out: is who can we get on the show? Like, who would want to come on here that has a cool established YouTube channel that you think would mesh well with our personalities and have a really cool pick and bring something unique to the conversation? And
Absolutely.
I think we can get that. I think we can get that this December. And we're going to do it. We're going to do my favorite horror movie. I know Tuesdays we talked about, they're going to be anything. We'll do anything on Tuesdays. But I think we all agree the formula works when we have a guest on there because we're so used to us three. And that's what the Thursday show will always be. It'll be us three running down the movie news and just sharing our love for current movies that are coming out. And then the Tuesday shows can be, well, let's bring on people and find out what they love about movies. What are their favorite movies? And let's get to know them. And that's what the show is. We get to know people from all around YouTube and the podcasting community. We get to find out why they fell in love with movies. It just so happens that we're doing horror because of the Halloween season. And if we do Christmas, I would love that. To see films like The Ref or Die Hard or Lethal Weapon, Polar Express, Elf, whatever it is, Home Alone. Home Alone, yes, I agree. Welcome to the show, Jay. And he was just mentioning Home Alone is the GOAT. It is the GOAT. I would love to have people come on and we talk about horror or Halloween. Jesus Christ. Christmas movies. The problem is when I talk so fast, I start stumbling. My throat gets dry. And I'm just like, fuck. Krampus would be great. Which is awesome because we had that awesome and sick 4K remaster from last year, the Naughty or Nice edition. Great stuff. So let us know, who would you guys like to see on the show? Think of a YouTuber. Think of somebody that you think talks about most movies, whether in the horror community or regular old YouTube filming community that does live streams and you think would mesh well, would want to be on here. And I think we would love to have them on. Fabian Martinez wants you to do a hot take, Gabe. You got a hot take for tonight?
I do not have a hot take for tonight, guys.
You have? The pretzel buns was the hot take.
No.
It was a hot take. It was definitely a hot take.
It was not a hot take.
You know what? I can't say it was because you had supporters in the chat. Andrew was with you about the hot takes or the pretzel. So I guess it wasn't a hot take. You got your fans. So
I do have my fans. I do have my OnlyFans too.
We do have OnlyFans. We're starting OnlyFans for Gabe starting this November. And you could get used underwear, socks, condoms with Gabe's face on it. So when you're in Plowtown, you'll always remember who he is and where the show and where you can find the show.
I think next episode, next Thursday, I'm gonna do live from the bed. I'm gonna be on the bed as we do the show.
Yes, that is. And look, and since we've talked about the OnlyFans, Flet here says that's great stuff. He likes your style, especially when it comes to the OnlyFans. So you got your first supporter right there. But I am excited where we're taking the show, whether it's Tuesday or Thursday, and the people that we're having on. I think it's awesome, and we're almost at 500, guys. We're gonna get there soon, probably this month, maybe next month. I don't know, but it's gonna be awesome when we do, and it's just one step closer to 1,000. And yeah, I'm really excited for what we have in store for everybody. I think the my favorite movie template on Tuesdays will stay. And we'll obviously have reviews and even some of those video essays I do from time to time throughout the week.
And shorts.
Yes, and shorts as well. Shorts will be up every day, especially Hispanic Heritage Month as well. Let's see. Oh, Jay has a recommendation. We watched a movie, or one of my new favorite horror channels. I love those guys. I think they're great. If we could one day get them on Mike and Jay would be hilarious. They're incredibly funny. That would be cool. I mean, never say never, right? It would be cool if we were able to get them on. But yeah, I got nothing else to add for the show. Victoria, you got anything else to add? What about you, Gabe?
Nothing to add.
You had to think about it for a second. You were thinking real hard.
Well, I was just thinking because I was looking at the chat and Connor's not that bad logo reminds me of Michael Jackson's Bad album.
Oh, the Bad album. It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah. In fact, hold on. In fact, I actually had it pulled up because I was just like, look, it has like the little red in it. Oh, you can't see it. Never mind. But it looks like it.
It's got to be. Connor, are you a huge fan of MJ?
I think Connor's a fan of MJ. Who isn't a fan of MJ?
Famous director directed the Bad music video. Who is it?
Who's bad?
Who directed the Bad music video? Somebody let me know.
Spielberg?
I wish. Did he must have done something with MJ. I'm pretty sure it's Martin Scorsese.
That directed the Bad music video?
I'm pretty sure he directed the Bad.
No?
It is
Martin.
I'm
pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure it's Martin Scorsese.
I think it's Scorsese. Scorsese did it.
I'm looking it up. No one else look.
It's got to be Martin Scorsese. But yeah, huge. Connor says huge coincidence, but I love it. Martin Scorsese. Marty. He was all about the cinema. We should do an episode about Moonwalker. We can do that. All right, game? Guys. Yes, we can. Why not? Wait, we got more questions about the OnlyFans. Is the OnlyFans on special right now, Gabe? Also, saw Barbarian Tuesday.
Listen, to start off, my OnlyFans is going to be free. All right? I'm going to do a free OnlyFans for a month, trial period. After that, it may go up to like $3. I'm just saying.
Justin Long was great in Barbarian. He was a dick. I hated him, but I love seeing Justin Long in big movies.
I love seeing Justin
in anything.
Justin Long in anything, and as far as like him being just a straight up asshole, like that was fun to see him. And I always think of him as such a sweet guy.
Yeah.
And then
the moment he comes on singing Ricky Tiki Tacky, and you're like, whoa, what? Like, after you just see what you just see, you're like, what is happening? And right. He comes on, he's got this great scene, and you learn more about him.
All right, be careful.
I'm not spoiling the movie.
Something.
This movie's been out for 3 weeks. That's spoiling.
No, guys, I'm not spoiling anything about Barbarian. Trust me. But I'm just setting the stage for what Andrew is referring to with Justin Long being a dick. And yes, go see Barbarian.
He was also in Clerks 3.
I promise I did not spoil anything about Barbarian.
Justin Long was in Clerks 3.
What? Oh, was he in Clerks 3?
Yes.
I love him and accepted. I'll come on if we do a discussion about booby tassels. Gabe is considering wearing booby tassels on his OnlyFans account. So there you go. You get a little bit of a show over there. 1 month free. I want to thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. It was a blast. I had a fun time. Even though we didn't have much to cover, we made it fun near the end with the Oscar talk and all the shenanigans we went into today. So I want to thank Victoria and Gabe for another great show that we do every single week. And you can catch us, guys, next Tuesday, my favorite horror movie, with the Not That Bad podcast, Halloween Tube. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell your mom about us. Or if, as Gabe says, your mistress or your side bitch, whatever it is, tell them about us, your Mr. Sugar Daddy. Spread the word. Get us to 500. And who knows, maybe we'll get another big YouTuber on here that will give us a chance. If we beg, maybe they'll give us a chance. All right, guys, you'll have a great night. Go see a movie, and we'll see you next time.